Well, how you doing, figure freaks? We're back once again doing another action figure review this time around. We're doing Marvel Legends, X-Men 97, Gambit, and Rogue in their workout basketball attire. Going around the side of the box, we got a nice little picture of Rogue in her gear, artwork style, and then on the back of the box, we got the action figures posing. They're calling this Gambit the starting lineup Gambit. I get it. It's stupid. I'm very excited about this Rogue. I like that head sculpt. I like the soft goods crop top or tank top, whatever you want to call it. I think this was needed. We needed another Rogue because I thought the first offering from the X-Men 97 series came up a little short. I mean, it was a decent figure, but it's, as far as this whole line goes, I think that first Rogue was probably the biggest disappointment for me. On the back of the box here, we got the rest of the other two sets in this wave. I just did the Wolverine and Storm 2-pack, and I am very impressed with that Wolverine. Storm is a nice upgrade. Cyclops and Jean is also very nice. The Cyclops is wicked. I really liked it. The Jean is also an upgrade. Just wasn't super impressed, you know. They could have done more. But not bad at all. Front of the box, we'll get a little closer look here at these figures. Shirtless Gambit. Almost looks like they used a buck from the WWE Elites there. And then we got Rogue, which I'm kind of excited for. So, I mean, with every 2-pack, there's some excitement for one of the figures for me, and then the other one's just kind of meh. And so, like, you know, Jean and Storm and Gambit here, that's kind of meh. Hopefully, I'm a little more pleasantly surprised with Gambit. We'll see what happens, but so far, I think Wolverine, they knocked that one out of the park. Cyclops is definitely an awesome figure, and I'm looking forward to checking out this Rogue as well. With that being said, and without further ado, let's rip this box open and see what Gambit and Rogue are all about. All right, out of the box and just showing off in the plastic prison still. We only get one panel of the plastic because we don't get as many accessories as the other ones. So we get a couple pairs of hands for Rogue, a couple pairs of hands for Gambit, and then a extra hand, pointer hand, I guess. We get the basketball, and that's pretty much it. One thing that I'm noticing right off the bat, look at that. The green bleed coming out from the yellow. Don't like that. Might have to do a little fix-it job on that. Bust out the yellow paint pen. It's unfortunate, but it's kind of what happens when you take a lighter color and try to cover up a darker color. We also get this backer board. Already got one. It's been pretty consistent throughout these 2-packs. So let's bust these guys out. All right, let's do this before Rogue falls over again. I got her finally positioned the way I wanted to, and we got Gambit doing the jump man. So he's doing his best Air Jordan impersonation. I thought I was going to be more impressed with Rogue. Not the case here. And like it just seems like I'm hating on the women, because Cyclops and Wolverine were impressive to me. I did think that Storm and Jean were good. And I do like this Rogue, actually. I did fix up her ankles a little bit with paint pens, complement of Michael's crafts. We got the Craft Smart for the, bigger jobs, and then I kind of touched it up a little bit with this little Sharpie. So it turned out okay. I might give her another coat. But the basketball does not detach from this hand. It is glued or pegged into the hand. It does not come loose. But let's do the accessories here, which is not much. You get hands, and that is it. You don't get extra heads or even a loose basketball. It's pretty cut and dry. But we got these hands here, kind of the wide open Gambit hands. And then you got a spare pointer finger for when he dunks on Logan and is just like, in your face, And then, of course, Rogue's got a pair of fists and then a pair of almost like power-wielding hands or open kind of grabby hands. Maybe she'll go up for a shot block, which she can do because she can fly. So there you have it. So yeah, that's all you get with the accessories. That's it. So not much more to it than that. We'll go through articulation. I'm going to do Rogue first. So don't want to mess around too much with these ankles because I'm kind of letting that paint dry. I thought it matched up pretty well, and the green kind of it disappeared, but I might have to hit it one more time just to make it look good. But on the neck up here, we just got the ball joint at the top of the neck. Moves around like that. Very bouffant hair. She turns around 360. Luckily, her head doesn't pop off. Shoulders go up pretty high. Look at that. That's not bad. 360. We got the double jointed pinless female arms. Let's get that other. Come on. There we go. So, all the way back like that. We got a slight pivot, but not much because it's kind of hindered because of this cuff here. But twists around. We have the diaphragm swivel and pivot. Nothing at the waist. And then we have these hip ball joints. She does the splits about like that. We got the thigh cut, double jointed knees, pinless of course. And then of course you got the tilt and pivot on the ankle rockers. So not a bad looking figure. I do like the soft goods. That is a nice touch. We got the little X on there. It would be nice if we got maybe a Wolverine and Jubilee version of this so we could have them hooping it up. And it would also be nice to get a loose basketball. What if we got like a basketball on a stand and you got a little like hole in the basketball where you could stand it up? Maybe a couple like movement effects where it kind of shows like a bounce, boing boing, like something like that, where it's just like you have it start here and it goes boing boing, and then you have the ball up on a stand, boing boing boing. Hope you guys like my little sound effects there. So Rogue is looking pretty good, but I am actually more impressed with Gambit. Kind of impressed with that though. That's looking pretty nice. So yeah, still much better than the previous version, I would say. But again, it's a lot of yellow and green. The head sculpt is, I would say, superior. Definitely. The other one, the head seems a little small. Her face seems small. I'll get her in here just to have a look here. Yeah, she is like a smaller figure. So there's that. And then I don't know. Just the head is kind of on this one. It's a little bit underwhelming, I would say. but they both got that headband. So we'll bring her back for comparisons. Let me dismount Mr. LeBeau from his flight stand, and we'll go through his articulation. Oh my God, Gambit, what happened to your head? Just kidding. I just wanted to show you guys. So they kind of went the G.I. Joe route here, where they have the articulation. It's very minimal. It spins around a bit. So they do have that ball joint on top of the torso. So his neck does move around a little bit. The back looks, I guess it looks all right. It just kind of looked weird when I was moving it around. So the head will pop back on. Then we have that ball joint at the top of the neck. Round and round. We don't ever sit down. He's got that bandana and the ponytail. Shoulders go up about like that. Double jointed elbows, of course. Let's get those things moving here. We got the pivot and the twist at the wrist. Stomach crunch. We do have the swivel at the waist as well as the pivot, which is really nice. That is pretty cool. I like that. And then we do have the hips. Goes out like that. And this is something I really do like. You have the thigh cut underneath the shorts. So it does twist around. And it's covered up. You don't see the cut. So that is kind of a nice little extra there. I do like that. And the shorts look good. They look a little baggy and weird up here. And you kind of got the this little crease here, like it's like his crotch coming up. So they're trying to make him look sexy, I guess. So I don't know. He looks like he might be a little out of shape to me. I don't know. But double jointed knees. And then we do. We have the ankle twist here at the top of the sock. And then we got the tilt and the pivot on the ankle rocker. Now, there's a lot of things that I really like about this figure. These kicks are pretty sweet. I mean, they kind of look like some real kicks that you would buy, you know, like maybe some Air Jordans or something like that, but like the gray along the bottom, and then you got the two-toned up here with the darker blue and the lighter blue. It looks pretty awesome. And the socks look good. And I do like that you have like a boot twist above the top of the sock. I think that's pretty inventive, as well as the thigh cut underneath the shorts. So that's a big deal to me. Again, how I said, Rogue could have gotten her own pair of kicks. And, you know, maybe they just didn't want to spend the money on that, and they're like, let's just go with yellow. I wish they did like some like pink kicks with like socks that rolled up to here. Then you wouldn't have to worry about all this bleeding yellow paint over the green. I don't know. That would have been kind of neat. Like almost like some like I want to say 90s, but it would be more like 80s style, like the socks rolled up to here, like Olivia Newton-John from like Staying Alive or whatever the fuck, or maybe it's just John Travolta wearing those fucking things. But yeah, shoes for her would have been nice. For this guy, the only thing I could have think of is giving him a shirt, a removable soft goods cloth shirt with an X on it. You know, maybe a number like number 23 or number 8 or something like Kobe, MJ, who knows, but that would have been cool. You do as well have the butterfly joints. Now we got a really nice view of what these butterfly joints are like with the no shirt, you know, like it works very nicely. They are a little bit stiff though. Let's get them out here. Come on, Gambit. There we go. So just to look in the back there. So this is I would say a really nice figure. I think that it could have both of these figures could have been enhanced with a little bit more accessories. give this guy the soft goods shirt. I mean, we could swap, so we'll give that a shot. Maybe I'll give it a shot with one of our comparison spots. So we'll give it a shot here. So yeah, I do like it. What's going on here though? It's got a Snuggie. But yeah, I'm inclined to give this guy an 8 because I do like him a lot, and I'm not a big Gambit guy. So I'm gonna think about this. Let's move on to comparisons, and we'll give you a rating soon to be. Just looking at a few Gambits now. I got the previous offering of the X-Men 97 Gambit, and I took him out, and I was trying to position him so that he would stand, and he was a little stiff, and I pivoted his ankle, and look what happened. I tried to super glue it. It ain't happening. It's unfortunate. So lesson learned, guys, and just let me pass this on to you. If this thing is stiff, hit it with some hot water. I don't know if that would have helped. It was almost like it was like frozen, and I don't remember it being like that before, but it is what it is. So you kind of see a pool of super glue in there. I tried. It was sticking, and then I kind of just touched it a little bit, popped right off. So fucking horseshit. But hey, guess what? I got a back up. Whoop whoop. So, you know, maybe we can do a little Gambit action figure opening of this in this review. Maybe not. I don't know. So here we have the Age of Apocalypse Gambit. I'm not a huge fan of it. This was the last and latest offering of the Age of Apocalypse action figures. He kind of came out as a solo job after we got like 2 waves. I think it was like, what was it, the Colossus Build-A-Figure and the Sugar Man Build-A-Figure. He's got some crud all over him. I gotta do some dusting. And then here we have, I think, the retro carded one. Now I sold off the old, I can't remember if it was like the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure. Not sure, maybe Caliban? I can't remember. But his legs were super just twisted and warped, and this guy's kind of going down the same direction. But I still really like this figure a lot. He's staying pretty strong, so decent. I actually like the jacket on this one a little bit more. So there we got Gambit, and I actually like this pose here. So I gave Gambit the crop top. And I don't really like it. It looks kind of weird. If he had like a torso swivel style articulation, it would have been better than the stomach crunch, because now it just looks kind of gaudy and weird. But I like the position she's in, so we'll come back to that. And just for shits and giggles, I opened up the other Gambit. You know, I didn't want to, kind of thought I could sell it, but I don't know. I need my Gambit, and again, I know it sounds dumb. Oh, Nate, you're not a Gambit guy, but I don't know. I want to be a completist with this X-Men 97 shit. So, anyways, I busted it open. I don't care, but I do have some extra parts, so I put, just to try it out. It doesn't really go on this ball joint, this spare head that I got, but I don't know. Check it out. It's kind of interesting, right? And then so I purged this, the kind of vest style trench coat now, because, you know, the sleeves, well, here's what's remaining of this figure. So yeah, I purged it. Hands, effects, this guy, the head, his staff, so I got a spare staff. So basically this guy has all the stuff that this guy will have. So Not too shabby, I must say. All right, let's move on to Rogue. And here we got a whole bunch of Rogues. I do like Rogue, obviously. And I feel like Rogue is a character like very much like Wolverine, Deadpool, Iron Man, even like Captain America, Spider-Man. Like they're just gonna keep pumping out Rogue figures. And I sold off what was the earlier version of this one. This is the retro, but I had the earlier version of this one with a crackhead face on it, and this is a much improved face by comparison, but I think this also needs an update, and I don't think that it's this, to be honest. So here's the previous X-Men 97. This is the evil Rogue from the Brotherhood. I like the way this figure looks, but they didn't, like, there's no torso or body articulation, I think, whatsoever. Is there something down here? I can't remember. Let me see. Not really, no. Well, yeah, I guess there's a little twist down there underneath the jacket, but there's no torso swivel. There's no stomach crunch. There's not much movement down here at the waist. The face is kind of questionable. She almost looks too evil, you know. I wish she got like the mullet, almost like the John Ramada style look, like where there's a little more hair back here, almost like a rat tail. I don't know. They kind of mailed this one in. It's from the Destiny 2-pack, and they just could have done better. It looks okay, but I just want more articulation, right? Here we have the Outback team version of Rogue. I do like her. Very decent figure, like torso swivel, you know, thigh cut for the thigh swivel. You get none of that here. This is like the basic of the basic figures. Like, it's just, they didn't do shit. You have like, what, maybe 14, 16 points of articulation on this girl. Anyways, moving forward, we got the Age of Apocalypse one with these, the moon boots. Very 90s style. I don't know. I don't see them making or remaking any of the Age of Apocalypse stuff. So we might get some stuff trickling in, like how we got that Gambit last year. But I don't know. I don't know if we'll see much more of that. I would like another wave. Like, I don't know who they could do. I'd love to see a Mikhail Rasputin, that version of Mikhail from Age of Apocalypse when he's one of the horsemen. That would be rad. Maybe get a Havoc, like a Mutant X style Havoc. Looking pretty good. Look at that bubble right there. Wow. So I think this is a nice figure, but I would like a re-release where it's like bomber jacket, but double jointed pinless elbows, as well as the knees, and a new face. Otherwise, this is a pretty damn nice figure. So that is Rogue. Yeah. Here we've got all our new X-Men 97 2-packs. I was about to say 3-packs, but we got 3 of them. So the Rogue, Gambit, Wolverine, and Storm, and finally Cyclops and Jean. And I did the reviews for this set and this set previously, so check that out on the channel if you will. I am very pleased with this Wolverine figure. And I mean, I guess I am kind of a Wolverine guy. There's just a lot of X-Men who I like much better. Ding, ding, ding. Colossus, Nightcrawler. So, I think I still got Emma from the 97 wave, and I believe Jubilee. So I might try to tackle those two since we're just doing 2-packs. Hey, let's keep it going. And I'll do a review of Emma and Jubilee together. And I'll try to do that up next, just so you know. But towards the end, when we're finally done, I'm going to bust out all the X-Men 97 figures from all waves, and we're gonna, if I can remember them all, because it's kind of a lot of figures. Whoa, that looks weird up by the side like that. That stomach crunch, it looks odd to me. But anyways, I gave him some power effects there. So we'll do that, and yeah, great 2-packs. Like I am very pleased with all of these. I don't think Rogue is too bad, despite the kind of weird paint thing going down here at the ankles. I do really like Remy. I love the shoes, the shorts, the hidden thigh cut, the hidden ankle rocker. All that stuff is awesome. If I'm going to rank them, I'm going to give Gambit a 7.5, and I'm going to give Rogue a 6.5. And there you have it. And I gave Wolverine, I think I kind of changed it at the end, gave him an 8. She was, I think, maybe a 6.5, 7. He's a 7.5. She was a 7, which I don't know. I guess maybe she should go down a notch or two, since I gave her a 6.5. But, you know, I'm going to just stick to my guns. So there we go. One more comparison coming up. And finally, we got Magneto. Now, this is not the X-Men 97 version. This is the Family Values or whatever. The one with, what was it, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. So this is an older one. I still really like this figure a lot. I think they reused this buck for the X-Men 97 one. I think they could do with a bigger, more muscular buck. I mean, maybe just throw it on the Vulcan buck that they use for Cyclops. But, you know, I think with that cape being as large as it is, maybe it'd add a little bulk. Some new power effects too. And then of course we got the Maximum Series Deadpool, which is a great figure. I really like it. Will be my main Deadpool figure on the display. Great figure. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. I very much enjoyed doing it. It was a blast. I love these X-Men 97 figures. I'm an X-Men mark for sure. So I hope you guys are too and enjoyed this review. We'll see you on the next one. I think it's going to be Emma and Jubilee coming up. Maybe I'll take a brief break from the X-Men and get into something. I think I gotta do some WWE figures, but Man Wolf is a figure I really do want to do. We have the Ghost Viper, a couple Spider-Man, so we'll get to it eventually. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it. Peace out, guys.